Got me hyped up, got me hyped up, got me hyped up. Yeah. The digital warfare, you don't really wanna go there. Kimber's live, better prepare. I light up the charts, come out the bear market, run up the smarts. Yeah. They can't care for running my profits up, don't really care about the politics. Load up the candlesticks, follow me into the bull. I'm leading the way, then follow me into my trades. Be precise and don't make mistakes, then put the knife on a bearish day. Everybody that you see today, don't nobody get in my fucking way. I don't need my flowers, I need my check before the hour's done. You cowards never rattle me up, blow my gains and follow my strut. You traders got me hyped up, these bears be getting no love. Sitting alone on my sofa, no distractions, just me and my quota. I brought up in the tank, I'ma go shoot up the rank. I'ma go hard in the bank, Hakuna Matata, that ether take all of my problems away. I feel like a saint, charge pull up and they faint when they see my pretty gains. Wondering what will it take to get Kimber bone in the steak. Bust a little trading is getting his way. Drop it low, your phone, throwing it back for me. Kimber Babs the depths, reshapes the game, switching lanes in his Bugatti Max Deluxe. Laughing at doubters within my range, lately feeling the surge. Might go out with a bang, toss me a couple of J's, ignite the market, watch it blaze. And it was I to blame, and it was I who paved the way for my crypto proteges. Enemies mad, I made it out, one of the greatest from the net. That P to the S to the G, yeah we wild. Tatted on me till I die, don't wanna link with you now. You got me hyped up, man, go ahead, take my tips out your plan.
You just said Kimber gang in the chat, got these markets moving fast for me. Running up on trades, I might hit you with a fatality. I don't break my neck for somebody who's still on salary, so I don't out my life like you a duck. I don't give a fuck about these traders who ain't stacking up. I don't give a fuck about these haters bluffing like they tough. Yeah, I need my profits up front if you wanna get in touch, and if I want it, I can get your assets washed. Kimber gon' run it up. Yeah, I'm at the charts playing moves in my sweats. Crypt tokens coping on luck. Kimber gon' run it up. Yeah, I'm at the win on the binge, around $500,000. I'm feeling stuck. Kimber gon' run it up. I'm in the PSG, lucky just to be on the team. Make a wrong turn and you might die if Kimber gon' run it up. I'm in the Liquidation like it's 1992, sipping on a 40 and survive. Kimber gon' run it up, run it up. Kimber run it up, run it up. Creeping up out the blockchain, I got bread on your head, my devs will knock you off. We ain't scared, we got switches and algorithms holding on locks. We prepare for whatever Kimber game, we ride it dawn. Yeah, I've been ballin' like my name was Nakamoto, yeah. All these tokens wait in line to be chosen, yeah. Cold wallet on my neck, stay frozen, yeah. Market look like Sheba, I'm not folding. My portfolio look like Sonya Blake, could be your Johnny Cage. Don't make me have to cut you off like hacks. I get pumped up on Satoshi, I turn into a ghost. Gotta be careful cause I just might not come back. Get the funds up before you get your account blocked. Pull up with a ledger and I tucked it in my socks, yeah. Kick rocks, what I'm telling to them bots. The crypto king, blockchain boy, Kimber, I got it locked, yeah. Run it up, Kimber, run it up. Run it up, Kimber, run it up. Run it up, Kimber, run it up. Run it up, Kimber, run it up.
sauce from the dirt. Yeah, I rose. Now the vision's staying close. They tried to doubt, they tried to play, but we just built, we paved the way. Now they watching, now they see. Juicing up, we breaking free. But we stay juicing, catch oh yeah. No time for losing, we rising up fast. But we stay juicing, catch oh yeah. And we ain't never, ever falling back. They laughed at us, called us dreamers. Now they follow, now they believe us. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We stay juicing, catch oh yeah.
You just said.
No time for losing, we rising up fast. We stay juicing, catch oh yeah. And we ain't never, ever falling back. Who juicing, baby?
The tube shaped motherfucker, the match is the now.
Kimber gang, Kimber gang, math up, yeah, you know how we roll. Young kings push whips, paint dripping like gold. See the flex, see the set, yeah, we came from the cold. Now we stacking up digits, got the bankroll swole. If you talking that talk, better back it up. Cause the gang outside and they acting up. From the block to the yacht, we be moving major. Got the streets on lock like we signed to a major. Check it, pull up like a Don, wrist on Aquafine drip. Every move like chess, I don't play no simp. New whip, too sick, got me swerving through lanes with a big 4/5 in case they act insane. I see the hate in their eyes, but I just laugh. Cause when the numbers add up, they do the math. Kimber gang move heavy, no lightweight team. Still screaming Kimber gang gang, huh? Puff, puff, pass. Ba-da-da-da-da. Woo! Swat. Clap, clap. Whoop. Big Kimber. Shwiggity swaggity. Gone on.
Kachoy all day. Kachoy all night. Kachoy. Kachoy is the way. Kachoy is the vibe. Kachoy. Sato long, that's kachoy. Sato short, that's kachoy. Sheesh. Dippo to his bag, kachoy. That's kachoy. That's kachoy. Kachoy. Kachoy on them hoes. Kachoy long. Kachoy short. Market long. Market short. Kachoy. That's kachoy. Kachoy. Baby kachoy. Sato, that's a kachoy. Bottom short, kachoy. Top long, kachoy. Kachoy, that's kachoy. Kachoy, kachoy on them hoes. Get kachoy on the daily. I'm kachoy if you pay me. Kachoy if you hate me. Kachoy, get kachoy on the daily. I'm kachoy, kachoy with me, baby. Kachoy, don't hate the player, hate the game. Eat kachoy on the daily. I'm kachoy. It's kachoy, baby. Kachoy.
How we doing? I think I restarted the song. That's my bad. I plugged in the mic and it fucked up the audio.
All day.
Kachoy all day.
Kachoy all night.
Kachoy all night.
Kachoy is the way.
How we doing, Lions?
Kachoy is the vibe.
Hey, where's this pixel fucking?
Sato long, that's kachoy.
Kachoy. Let's go.
Sato short, that's kachoy. Sheesh. Dippo to his bag, kachoy.
How we doing, chat?
That's kachoy.
Kachoy.
That's kachoy.
That's kachoy.
Kachoy.
Let's go.
Kachoy on them hoes.
Let's go.
Kachoy long.
Let's go.
Kachoy short.
Let's go.
Market long.
Market long.
Market short.
Market short.
Kachoy. That's
Kachoy.
Kachoy. Baby kachoy.
Good morning.
Kachoy.
Hey, it's
Bottom short,
5:30,
kachoy.
5:48.
Kachoy. That's kachoy.
Oh
Kachoy.
my God.
Kachoy on them hoes.
Kachoy.
Kachoy on the daily.
Kachoy. Kachoy. Kachoy.
Kachoy if you pay me.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Cowboy Surfer, thank you for the resub.
Kachoy on the
Giozati
daily.
gifted a sub.
Kachoy. Kachoy with me, baby.
Ladies and
Kachoy.
gentlemen,
The player
shout
hit
outs
the
to everybody
game.
that got both surprise
on the
Sunday
daily.
streams. Let's go.
I'm kachoy.
Kachoya.
It's kachoy, baby.
Let's go.
Kachoy. It's kachoy, baby.
Kachoya.
Kachoy.
Kachoya.
Kachoy on them hoes. Kachoy long. Kachoy short.
Kachoya.
Market long.
Market long.
Market short.
Market short.
Kachoy. That's
Kachoya.
kachoy. Kachoy.
Bugatti. Bugatti.
Baby kachoy.
Let's get it.
Sato, that's a kachoy.
Kachoy.
Bottom short kachoy. Top long kachoy. Kachoy. That's kachoy. Kachoy. Kachoy on them hoes.
Lions.
All we know is kachoy.
Latude shape motherfucker. The math is the math.
All we know is kachoy.
Kachoya.
All we know is
One thing my
kachoy.
trainer, he told me.
Let's go.
What did he say?
Market
He just told us to be prepared.
Yum, yum,
Yeah.
kachoy.
Kachoya. Hey. Kimba gang.
Kachoy on
Let's
them
go.
hoes.
Kimba gang. Let's go.
Kachoy long.
Kachoy.
Kachoy short.
Kachoy.
Market long.
Market.
Market short.
Market.
Kachoy.
Kachoy.
Market make a market smash.
Bugatti.
That's kachoy. Kachoy.
Kachoya.
Kachoy. Sato, that's a kachoy.
Kachoy.
Bottom short kachoy.
Kachoy.
Top long kachoy.
Kachoy.
That's kachoy. Kachoy. Kachoy on them hoes. Kachoy on them hoes.
Shout out
Kachoy
Kimba.
all day, all night.
Let's get it.
I
Kimba was
kachoy when I
popping.
walk, it kachoy when I talk, it kachoy when I spend, it kachoy when I win, kachoy at any cost.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Let me load up the chat real quick.
Kachoy when I win.
Takes I have to follow like a completely different procedure to log into some of these accounts on the laptop, so just give me 1 second. Okay, this one. Hack Dog, thank you for the resub. 20 months. Yo, how we doing? All right, let me load up the chat here, the Twitch chat. Chameleon, thank you for the resub. Saeed, Yo, Sub Mope, Paratel, Coke Zero, Pewudu, Jesse Papink, Man 9, Malik, Lee Kwok, Rafts, Denial Center, Heyblade, Devo. Excuse me. Frenzy, Denith, Source Tantra. I actually have an AI filter that is supposed to block out my burping sound. So I'll have to do that when I get back on the motherfucking PC, because it's like an NVIDIA advanced thing. I can't do it off of my Mac. But maybe you won't be hearing my burping, man. Yo, what's going on? Nord TV, Damon, Extreme Vanilla, Zour Power, Merduz, Vidin, J-Knock, Unleash, Rafzy. We want to hear you juicing. All right, Omar. Ludo, Ace. Lee Kwok says CF needs to buy that. Suzulu, Gonza. Is there one for farts? I need that. God damn, my boy. Anybody, everybody, Indo Lion, RRBCM, Sefasi, Dick Flex in the building. Anybody, everybody, yo. Ahim, Nor TV, Bugsy, Mr. Mooncake, Kisoric, Otokari, Pewudi. Burping gives character. Okay. Nibsy, Lou Time, Shadow, Lua Bambua, Burgix, Antonia. We got Bongo, Jesse, Votillon, J-Knock, Raf Z, Mapedas, L'Elegante, Grana, Mr. Lucas, Amarin, Onani, Chris, Hack, Tequila, Indolion, Dovcia, Glitch, Danka. Antonia says, I thought burping was a cultural thing. If my mom heard me burping like that, she would smack the shit out of me. Yeah, if baby girl heard me burping like that, she'd be like, gross. It just shows how comfortable I am with you guys, you know? Because with my boys, I'm burping. Yeah. Blood Pack, Space Cadet, Saeed. Good morning, TR Sinise. Jupiter, what's going on? Jupiter says, I need to run to the market quickly. Go. You have what, like 40 minutes, 37 minutes until US market opens, aka RTH. Yeah. So, do you need quick TA, Jupiter? How many of you guys got both of the streams from yesterday? Did you know that I did a surprise Sunday morning stream yesterday, and then I did a surprise evening Sunday stream last night when ETH came back. So, I mean, for me, I think we're pretty well prepared. So definitely make sure you get caught up. But if you want like quick little recap, I mean, you're gonna have to know like what we talked about yesterday. Let's make it pixel perfect. So yeah, you're gonna kind of have to be caught up from yesterday, but I mean, we talked about how, first off, how many of you guys remember 96.1, the golden line? You know that's gonna be like a level of resistance or something that we would want to get turned into support, right? So like that's kind of resistance and level to level. So I mean, obviously like the red levels don't hold that much weight anymore, as the sweep levels to the downside are kind of irrelevant, right? So we can take, because we're going up now, so we can take the red off. We can take that green sweep off, right? We did a perfect back test, right? So really, and then we're gonna take this green line off, right? So all the bearish shit, like all the sweep levels, are gone. It's just point of controls and golden levels, and our blue lines. So if you kind of clean that up, that's it. You know, maybe somewhere like here, if you want to look for a long. And maybe you get like a weekend high clean short before. But you know me, like I'm bullish and I'm gonna try to get all the way up until 130. So and then like I think what like we talked about yesterday, today is gonna be another pop quiz about RTH. It's not really so much about ETH like we talked about last week on Thursday or even on Friday. It's all about RTH for me. So 93.9. So it's gonna open like around here. So yeah, like I don't think you want to go any lower than 382. Maybe like this back test. But that's about it. Something like that. Just basically a continuation of what we talked about yesterday, and you can kind of see how all the levels pixel fucked, including that green line that we just deleted. Alrighty. Jupiter says, no, I'm good. Okay, sounds good. Go to the market and I'll see you back here for RTH, man. Or Marzo, let's go. Gig says both streams were juice. Yes. Toddler says none of yesterday. Make sure you get caught up, Toddler. Let's see. I caught you in the evening one. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. Evening stream really was surprise. Yeah, I had to show up for you guys because it was ETH.
Motherfucker, the math is the math.
Yeah. Kisorix says I wasn't here yesterday, but already got caught up before the stream. Beautiful. Maybe Band-Aid. Let's get it. Danny Bullock, thank you for the 10 gifted. Let's go. The juice is the juice and the math is the math. Oh, Nani God says I won't make the same mistake twice. Let's get it. I love it. Dextro says, Kimba, don't you think in long run is dangerous for crypto that the president is playing with it this obviously? You must not know how they play with the traditional markets then. Is it any less than how he plays with the traditional market? Mr. President, what do you think about the rate cuts? Well, Jerome Powell, smart guy. But if he doesn't do rate cuts, we're going to have to do something about it. I feel like he fucks with it just as much with the traditional markets, talking about he needs to do rate cuts. Jerome Powell is a bitch if he doesn't do rate cuts. I think it's the same thing. Do you really think he's reaching harder on crypto than he is reaching harder on traditional markets? I think it's all the same. If you really want to talk conflict of interest, let's make it so Congress people can't trade while they're in office. How about that? I would say that people in Congress manipulate the market more. Yeah, the president honestly can't do shit. You know that, right? Make sure you get caught up on what we talked about yesterday. Do you remember what we talked about, Dextros? About how, like, were you there for the nerd out when we talked about how many people Trump needs from Congress? How many votes you need for him to pass that? Because the president doesn't have any power. You know that, right? It's a congressional vote. And so we kind of broke down like who he needs votes from. And then we talked about nerding out on what those congressional representatives have been saying about the Federal Crypto Reserve. So, you know, just make sure that you've put all of your attention and focus on harvesting data and actually going with what is relevant instead of sitting there and thinking about, it's manipulation or, you know. I think those are good for like Friday evening. Let's, you know, pour ourselves our favorite drink and roll up a fat blunt and talk about it, but it won't really help you with trading, right? A Suju, thank you for the resub. Onani says, I was there on both streams, slept at 10 a.m. here. Yeah. Indo Lion says, in my country, president can do anything. Where you at? Egypt? Yeah, no, in America, the president is pretty powerless. Dick Flex says, yeah, we talked about it, but awesome timing from him near the lows. Yes. Yeah, crazy, right? And you can see like where he pumped it from. You know? So would it be surprising that if we do this? Level to level, man. Akachaya! Dax 404 says, happy juice day. Let's go. When it comes to nerding out, would you suggest CMT books? Sure. You should know everything. You got to go out there and listen to, watch other streamers and, you know, learn how other people trade. Because even if you don't know, even if you don't agree with how people use data or interpret data, isn't it still a net positive to know how your opposition might be thinking? Like, I don't use Ichimoku Cloud, but I know how to use it, and I know when motherfuckers are going to think it's bullish or bearish, and I can use that, you know? So, you should know how everybody uses everything, if that makes sense. Focacino says, can we say that pulling back to 85 would be extremely bearish at this point? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not longing that. Like a whole ETH gap fill. So this is what I would go with, because I think some people like really get confused. There's two types of gaps. There's a gap that happens on ETH. And there's a gap that happens on RTH. For those of you that have seen many ETH gaps, and mainly ETH gaps can happen when Sunday ETH resumes, and every day when Macaulay Culkin hour is done and ETH comes back. For those of you that have been playing and watching the ETH gaps, would it be fair to say that the ETH gaps are not as reliable as RTH gaps? This is where your own experience and your own sort of sample size would come into play, because your subconscious bias is going to affect that. Okay, but for those of you that have been watching the post Macaulay Culkin ETH gap, it's a lot of times that'll just fill the whole thing, and it's not easy to play the dip, the tip. Would that be fair to say or no? Some people maybe agree with me. Some people maybe haven't seen enough to agree with me, but from my experience, the RTH gap play is more significant than the ETH gap play. I don't sit there, like a lot of times I'll leave before Macaulay Culkin ETH resumes, right? Like I might kick it with you guys for 30 minutes of Macaulay Culkin, and maybe sometimes I'll stay all the way through Macaulay. But if you've been paying attention, you'll know that the ETH dip the tip is harder to play and it's less reliable because why? Why would you think that ETH gaps are less reliable or harder to play? Why would you think that? It's less volume. There you go. Y'all get it? So there's two things that you have to understand, okay? There's the difference between an RTH gap and an ETH gap. All right? There's an ETH gap fill and go, and there's an RTH gap fill and go. All righty? So this is your ETH. Okay? Like when RTH opens, the RTH is going to open wherever, right? This is the gap from 84,945. ETH has already kind of done its thing. Okay? So the gap for ETH versus RTH is going to be a little bit different. What I care about is RTH gap. Okay? So I don't care during ETH if there is a gap or not. That gap is not what makes it bullish for me. And it never will. Okay? I wait for RTH, and this is what you want. This is the RTH, dip the tip, and go. All right, so that's everything that we talked about yesterday. So I don't want, just like how the RTH gap was just a dip the tip and go, if you're bullish, that's what you would want in this situation. So closing the whole gap, you would lose all bullish edge. So yeah, you wouldn't want to go to 85. You would lose all the edge. So what you would want is, if it does pull back, do a partial, but eventually get the fuck out. And you're going to be able to count how many 30-minute candle closes, opens, and closes. So you know what would be dope? Like if you were going to look for a long, it opens, right? Just like this. It opens, it dips the tip, and then it goes out. That would be awesome. So, nothing changes. I think if you don't know what you're doing, then you might have failed the quiz on Friday. But this is literally what we do every single time on RTH gap. Sounds good? So yeah, like I would not want the gap to get filled at all. I just want it to keep going. I want this bitch to keep going. Like this is the 12-hour RTH CME. This looks good. This looks really good. Alrighty. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so I think if you're somebody that's still looking for a long, I don't even know if it would come back here. But that's probably what you would look for, you know? Do you want to grab, if you're going to long, do you want to grab all the single